This is Lowell Moore, counselor with Florida Virtual School, and it is my pleasure to welcome all of you that are listening to this recording to another one of our College Hub presentations from colleges all over the United States. Today we have a very special presentation from the Art Institute of Pittsburgh. Dan Bishak is with us from the Art Institute, and he's going to tell us about the Art Institute of Pittsburgh. And I understand, Dan, that the Art Institute actually offers some online degree, college degree programs. Dan, I'll hand it over to you and tell us about the Art Institute.
Okay, well, thank you, Lowell, for the introduction. Hello, everyone, and welcome. As Lowell said, my name is Daniel Bishak. I'm speaking to you from the Art Institute of Pittsburgh Online Division, a school with a rich history of over 88 years and a reputation as being America's leader in creative education. Now, today we're going to help you on your journey to becoming not only a successful student and graduate, but a success in your chosen field. We'll be opening the option for you to request an interview with the admissions department at the end of the presentation. So take notes as I'm guiding you through. It's going to be a lot of information covered here, and I want to make sure that you have something to take away with you. Write down any questions that you may want to ask during your admissions interview. So first off, we'll go ahead and get started here. First off, a bit about our history and tradition. The Art Institute of Pittsburgh Online Division is a part of the Art Institute system of schools with 45 locations throughout North America. The Art Institute of Pittsburgh, founded in 1921, supports the online division since we began in 2000. Now, with our national presence, you can be sure that no matter where you go in your career, the alumni and the reputation that are going to precede you are really going to be second to none. People take care of alumni whenever they meet them out there in the world, so to speak. The leader in creative arts education is really where you want to be if you want to be part of creating tomorrow. So what does it mean to pursue your passion? The online division offers the same exact academic programs as the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, with 27 exciting and rewarding options to choose from. As you can see from this list, you got advertising, game art design, graphic design. All of these come as associate's degree or bachelor's degree. You've got photography, media arts and animation, web design, fashion and retail management. The digital design is really only a diploma program, but it ties in with the graphic design. All of the credits that you would earn in the digital design diploma would transfer right into that bachelor's degree for graphic design. Residential planning, kitchen and bath design, and hotel restaurant management. The PowerPoint's not working. It's not functioning as a PowerPoint slide. It's got the all jumbled up. With the programs listed here, our students have the opportunity to complete either an associate or Bachelor of Science level degree. Now, the Art Institute of Pittsburgh Online Division shares its regional accreditation with our grounds campus from the Middle States Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Higher Education. Now, if you already know what program appeals to you most, then you're in a great place. If you're still unsure, that's okay. Most people at this point are still trying to figure out exactly where to go and exactly what to study in college. You'll have a great deal of guidance from the inspirational staff in the admissions department. Now, the admissions department will get to know you on a really personal level. They're going to work very closely with you and your family. A lot of times we will partner with you over Skype conference so we can meet face-to-face. And they're going to make a specific program recommendation that supports your personal strengths and interests. Like I said, once they've gotten to know you and they've gotten to know really exactly what you're looking for, they're going to help you decide. If you already know, however, what you want to study, then we're here waiting for you. So moving on, most of you have had these valuable experiences already in some sort of an online environment. We can be sure that, the traditional classroom is really going to come to life for you at the Art Institute. And there's a user-friendly interface that is just absolutely fantastic. You get quick access to your classroom. There's a link to all of your assignments. So on day one, when you guys log in, you're going to have a syllabus that is really going to break down the entire class for you. There's also going to be a link to the gradebook. So you can constantly be checking in, finding out, as soon as you submit an assignment and it's graded, you log into that gradebook and you'll be able to see exactly where you stand at all times. So you can really keep track of your progress. It's really, really important in the online environment that you're able to really work independently like that. Small class sizes. I know, a big question is, how many people are in a class? At a time, it's really only about 10 to 15 students. So we feel it's really important that you're able to stay in constant contact with your instructor. And then you've also got student-to-student interfacing. So you don't have to feel like just because you're online that you're not going to be working with the other students. Some of the most valuable resources that you're going to find in the classroom are going to be through chatting with the other students. We actually encourage, as part of the online environment, that you do what's called responding and substantive participation. And substantial responses are more than yes and no answers. If you're truly participating in a class, you're adding something. You're adding some part of yourself and your ideas and your expertise in any subject matter to that conversation that is going on in that classroom. And the greatest thing is 24/7 classroom sessions. So 4 out of 7 days every week. So 4 out of 7 days per week, 24 hours a day, we're open. Now you choose the 4 days. You can change those 4 days every single week based on your schedule. And you can change them up every week. So it's completely up to you when class begins and ends. So you might have 2 hours available on Saturday afternoon. You might only have 30 minutes on Tuesday evening. But those count equally as days in class. So it's completely up to your schedule when you attend. So all of this support comes together to bring the traditional college campus experience alive in the campus common. The campus common is the center of your Art Institute experience. Access to your classroom and academic information, along with the ability to connect with your faculty and peers, is all done on this platform. You'll really be amazed at what accessibility you'll find in the campus common. So you might be asking yourself, how am I going to get a college experience without making those lifelong connections and friendships with my classmates? So the Art Institute of Pittsburgh online division offers an online community. Okay, it's called AI Connections. Now, AI Connections has got groups built for your specific interests. So really, anything from shopping to study groups to comic books to music, there's really something for everyone as part of AI Connections. If you get into the AI Connections social platform and you're getting to know some people and you realize that maybe one of your favorite things or one of your interests or a cause that you want to champion isn't part of the platform, you're welcome to create your own group. You can become the moderator and the leader of whatever group you want to add in there, which is why we really do support diversity, because we have so many different options, really based upon what those students find that they want to gather, like-minded individuals together. So again, you're probably asking yourself, how do I navigate the path to enrollment and maintain a steady course to graduation? From the day that you apply to the day you graduate and beyond, you'll have a dedicated support team in place. Your admissions representative who will constantly check in on you throughout your path to graduation. Your finance counselor who will answer any questions that you might have about grants and loans and scholarships. And your academic counselor who will be in constant contact to make sure that your classes are lined up to create the most logical and effective path for you to reach graduation. And we call it the graduation team because that's what it's about. That's what any team is focused on, is really getting you to that graduation. So when you call the school and you have a question, it's really nice to know exactly who you're talking to because you've built a relationship with that person since that first day that you requested information. So that same person that you discussed your hopes and dreams with is going to be with you when you graduate. That same person that helps you work out your first financial plan. That same academic counselor that helped build your first couple schedules is going to be there waiting for you if you have questions whenever you're getting ready to graduate. It's really, really important, we feel, for you to have that type of a relationship with the school throughout the entire time that you're with us. So the online library, you'll have access to a full text search engine that crawls over 350 databases and supports every academic program. There's an online tutoring center that's provided at no additional charge. It provides instant assistance to students with questions about their classes, and students are able to connect in real time and interact with professional instructors to get whatever assistance they might need. So if you're struggling in a class, just because you're online doesn't mean that you are out of luck. The tutoring options are really, truly amazing for any issues that you may have, or even if you're stuck on something, activate the tutoring. A lot of times students say, I do know that tutoring is there, but I normally turn to my classmates. And that's something really important about the online environment is you guys are really going to get to know each other in each class. You'll see people popping up in classes throughout your entire college path to graduation that you've seen in previous courses. It's a great way to form study habits and again, form those lasting relationships. So at the midpoint on your journey to graduation, you're going to be paired with a person called a career assistant or career services advisor. This advisor will assist you with developing and executing a career strategy. Very, very important that you're able to identify jobs in your field and your location. So your career service advisor will assist you in developing and executing a career strategy and identifying jobs in your area. They're also going to work with you on building your resume as well as interview skills. So you're asking yourself, okay, great. How do we make college affordable? The Art Institute of Pittsburgh online division participates in federal and other financial aid programs. Now, knowing that every family situation is going to be unique when it comes to finances, Your student finance counselor is going to partner with you as part of that graduation team, and they're going to help you with every one of your options for paying for school, from financial aid to other grants and loans and scholarships. You can really look forward to a detailed description of the financial options that are going to be available to you during that initial admissions interview. Again, your admissions representative is in place to form that bond with you immediately. That's going to last throughout your path to graduation. In the online environment, you've really got support that is second to none. So how do we take the next steps? First and foremost, you want to persist on this path that you're on to graduate successfully from high school, first and foremost. Second thing is obviously applying to school. So persisting on your path to high school is something that no matter where you're at in your journey, whether you're in your junior year or your senior year, I really encourage you to have that conversation with the admissions department. Apply for school and really start working through your options. Having that conversation with the admissions representative is going to help you sort of see yourself in a different light. It's going to help see yourself in the mirror, so to speak, because they're going to hear things about you that you might not even realize based upon the questions that they're going to have for you. That's going to help them make that program of recommendation. So I really encourage you, no matter where you're at on your path right now to graduating high school, that you do, contact the admissions department and have that valuable conversation. We'll take you through the process of getting accepted and going through the financial plan, and then get you on that path to graduating college and ultimately graduate with the unparalleled preparation that you're going to need to be one of the people from the Art Institute who is part of Creating Tomorrow. So we've really reached the end of the presentation, and I know that everyone is really on a different step as far as their high school path. So whether you're in your junior or senior year, at this point, we have gone over a lot of information. Go back, talk to your family. Whenever you have additional questions, or if you need help sort of deciding which program is going to be right, please contact us here at the Art Institute, and we'll talk to you about whatever options are available. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much, Daniel. We really appreciate you sharing with us. I've got a couple of questions that I would like to ask to just get some additional information about the Art Institute of Pittsburgh's online division. How many students are you currently serving?
All right, well, so you're asking about how many total students. We have over 10,000 students in the online division right now.
Wow, that's a lot of college students taking online courses from Art Institute. That's great to hear. You've already spoken to us about student-faculty ratio and having small classes. That, of course, is really important, and we want to highlight that. Can you tell us a little bit about perhaps the profile of an entering freshman, like what type of GPA a freshman might be expected to have, SAT and/or ACT scores as well. We recognize that the Art Institute is, it may be a little bit different in its requirements because we may be dealing with future artists that have significant talent, and so academics are not everything. But if you could just give our listeners an idea of perhaps the GPAs and SAT and ACT scores.
Certainly, Lowell. The average grade point average for entering freshmen is really a wide range depending on the program that they're entering. The minimum grade point average for graphic design, which is our lowest grade point average minimum, is a 1.5. That also ranges then up to 2.5, which is the minimum for the game art and design. It's a fantastic program here at the Art Institute where students do learn to develop their own video games and end up working in that industry. But there's a lot of physics and there's a lot of math involved there. So the 2.5 grade point average is what's being looked for that program. So it really depends what the student is looking for. Now, as far as SAT and ACT, we offer internal placement tests to students who are moving into the general education classes without any prior advanced placement courses or testing.
Okay, that's great to know, and I know that our students will appreciate having that information. You had mentioned about your 2-year and 4-year programs in your presentation. Do you accept transfer students into your various programs that perhaps are transferring in with a 2-year degree from a community college somewhere?
Yes, well, we saw a total of 76 students last year come in from community colleges.
That's also important. We appreciate you sharing that with us. And I don't know if you're able to kind of give us an idea of where your students come from. Are they from all over the country, or are they primarily from one area of the country? How diverse a campus is your online division?
It's very diverse. It's not only wide-ranging programs that the students are studying, but we find students coming from primarily Texas, Ohio, Pennsylvania, California, and Florida. Those are our main states. Again, Texas, Ohio, Pennsylvania, California, and Florida. But I've talked to many students from Georgia to Arkansas to Tennessee. We really do get a tremendous experience getting to know students from all over the great country.
That is so important. That's a wonderful thing. With Florida Virtual School, about a third of our students here at Florida Virtual School are homeschooled students. And so I do believe it will be important to know how Art Institute handles homeschool students with regard to their admission. Have you had homeschool students apply? If so, how many? And are there special criteria for homeschool students that special criteria that they would need to meet? What can you tell us about that?
Sure. Homeschooling, distance learning, all sort of comes together, and it's a really great experience to have a distance learning background, especially whenever you're going into the online division. We feel it's incredibly important to partner with the families of our students in cases where the student is using distance learning platform. We create a relationship with each student and their family that really allows the enrollment process and path to graduation to be very smooth. As far as how a homeschooler is going to get to us, a Florida virtual counselor has already sent out emails that show how to contact the admissions department. And as soon as the student requests information, we will reach out and schedule a time to get together with the student and their family, especially to help explain the enrollment process. Many times this meeting is, as I mentioned during the presentation, this meeting is conducted through Skype. We feel it's really important to try to bring that campus experience to life by having a face-to-face conversation and really getting to know everybody.
Okay, that's good to know. It sounds like homeschoolers certainly do have the opportunity to be admitted to Art Institute, particularly the online division, and I know that they will be glad to hear that. Florida Virtual School does supply an official transcript. While the state of Florida does not provide a standard high school diploma, the student does have an official transcript and all of that from our courses, which are SACS accredited, Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and of course accepted all over. You had mentioned earlier about the cultural diversity of the group of people, and that's a great thing to know about. Can you tell us what you mentioned? Two of the programs, the design, digital design, and the gaming programs. What's your most popular major in this online division?
You know, Lowell, it's actually really close. There's a very close division between the photography students and the graphic design. There's just over 3,000 students in each of those programs.
Daniel, I was really glad to hear about your assistance with job placement for your students. I consider that to be just a key component of any good institution of higher learning. Is that student going to be able to graduate in a particular program and then get a job in that program? And I was so glad to hear that you're providing that assistance. Do you have any data that you can share with us about percentages of students that once they graduate, they actually get a job in their chosen field?
Oh, yeah, you know, certainly. At the Art Institute, our faculty and the staff really consider it an absolute priority to have the most current knowledge and information regarding the business sectors in which the Art Institute graduates are entering or are currently employed. We work to achieve healthy relationships with employers in an effort to really improve and update our curriculum, ensuring its relevance and preparing our students for the demands of what they're going to deal with in the job market. Our most recent statistics of all 2009 graduates, the Art Institute of Pittsburgh and the Art Institute of Pittsburgh online division available for employment, 87.9% were working in a field related to their program of study within 6 months of graduation.
That is outstanding, and certainly compares so favorably and so much better than many institutions, actually. And that's a great thing for any student or parent to really consider when it comes to choosing a school. When it comes to the finances, you've got financial aid folks, and you mentioned that in the presentation. Just a couple of questions real quick. Does the Art Institute of Pittsburgh itself or the online division, does your school offer any scholarships itself outside of, say, state scholarships or government scholarships or loans or other private scholarships? Do you folks have any scholarship money?
Well, the school offers a small grant as part of the financial packaging for students who meet specific qualifications when they're working with the finance department.
Okay. Do you offer any type of work study programs? And that may not be applicable online, but just to make sure that I cover all the areas. Anything in the way of work study programs?
We don't offer work study in the online division, but Lowell, we do have career services who supports our graduates in connecting to employers, starting at about the halfway point on their path to graduation.
Right. I think, just one last question on that same area. It sounds like in these connections and partnerships with assisting a student with their career, do you have any type of internship program where students can intern with potential employers?
We don't have internship programs specifically, but the student does have access to career services. So if they're able to find out which employers we're working with, then they can work it from there on in.
Daniel, we really appreciate you giving us your time to tell us about the Art Institute of Pittsburgh online division. And I know that our students appreciate this information as well. I would like to give you one last word. If there's anything else that we have not covered that you might want our students to know about Art Institute of Pittsburgh online division, this would be your opportunity.
Sure. Thanks again, Lowell, for having us. The real message is no matter where you're at on your path to graduating high school, it's really never too early to start looking at what school is going to be a good fit. And the admissions representatives that we have, they're trained specifically to make a program recommendation. So if you're having trouble figuring out exactly where you think your talents are going to fit, but you want to get into some sort of a creative field, I really encourage you to request information, sit down and have that conversation with admissions, and help them make that path a little bit easier for you as far as deciding which program is going to be best. Talk to your family. If this seems like a good program for you or a good school for you, and we wish you all the best of luck.